What's up, guys? Welcome back to episode 19 of our Hoogstraten save. Today we are kicking off season 3, and season 3, second division, which means new kits are coming in. You can see here, nice red kit. Can't really see it on the design here, but there's little, just like kind of little black marks or gray marks in there. So nice little. It's not super plain, not just plain red. And this black kit, nice umbro, couple stripes in there, black and slightly gray stripes, with obviously still so far for now us as the shirt sponsors. So we're gonna keep it with that for now. Maybe in the future we'll mix some things up, throw some fun stuff on there. But season 3, new signings need to be made. We're really thin on the squad and really going to go into next season thin on the squad, so we need to make some signings. The end of last episodes, I showed Neil Lalou. I went ahead, actually offered him more money. Hopefully they'll convince him to come. I doubt it, but worth a try, worth an effort. So we'll see. Um, but yeah, we're gonna get ahead, get into things, and just kind of see. We got some guys coming in on trial as well, but I'm gonna be trying to be cautious to really make any other signings. Unless somebody really stands out and just kind of appears that's really good, really interested, then it's a different story. But I'm not really planning on signing anybody until the turn of the squads and guys get released and guys come in. So we'll just kind of keep playing through, and if anything happens, then we shall. There it is. Oh, baby, Neil Lalou. I can't believe he's actually agreed to sign with us. But I guess the increased wage really did seal it. Maybe it did. Maybe I didn't even need to increase his contract offer. But here's the contract: 1.4K a week. He's going to be an important player, which I mean he's going to be. He's better than Lowers. And is he great? He's not the best, but he's still a decent player. You see, he's get some appearance fees and some assists, that kind of stuff that I just kind of couldn't get rid of. Um, and that includes relegation release clause, which I'm fine with. I really hope I don't get relegated. If I do, I might not have a job. But the minimum for domestic clubs in the higher division, the 550,000, it does have an expiration date. I was able to get an expiration on it, but I couldn't increase it. I couldn't even get rid of it. So we just had to settle for expiration, and maybe it's domestic clubs in the higher division. So maybe we pull off some kind of miracle, get promoted. But even still, 550K, is he going to be worth more? Probably for some top club, but at the same time, you know current state wouldn't mind that kind of transfer offer, honestly. I guess end of season rewards. Dolmorciev didn't win Player of the Year. He wasn't even top scorer. I guess probably because I brought him out those last few games. He didn't get the goals at the end. Owusu took over. He did win the Young Player of the Year. I won Head Coach of the Year. So wasn't bad. First Division Team of the Year, though, kind of crazy. Dolmorciev. We only have one player in there, and Dolmorciev isn't. It's just Jallo. Jallo deserved to be in there, but yeah, I find that kind of crazy that we only have one player in Team of the Year after winning the league. But it is what it is. We currently sit May 26th. So leagues are wrapped up. So we'll have a look. Premier League, Man City won. Newcastle came second with 87 points. Liverpool, Arsenal, top four. United, Villa, Chelsea, and then the drop: Forest, Sheffield United, and Stoke. Teams coming up: Leeds, Bournemouth in the playoff final, with Burnley and Leicester coming up as well. Swansea, Derby, Reading, all hitting the drop. Bolton just got promoted in the playoffs. Rotherham, Sheffield Wednesday. Wigan down further. So there's that. Back to the leagues in focus. La Liga, Almeria, Oviedo, Sporting relegated. Bilbao, Conference League, Villarreal, Sevilla. In the Europa League, Sociedad, Atletico, Real Madrid, Barcelona in the Champions League. I don't think the Champions League and all is finished up yet, so that's why there's probably none of the coefficient spots yet. But see here: Inter winning the league, Lazio, Milan, Juve, Champions League, Roma, Napoli, Europa League, Conference League, Atalanta, Europa League as well. Cagliari, Pisa, and Empoli all hitting the drop there. Bundesliga wise, league table, Bayern, of course, champions, Leipzig, Freiburg, Dortmund, Champions League, Leverkusen, Wolfsburg in Europa League, Frankfurt in the Conference League, Schalke hitting the drop with Karlsruhe and Bochum. Yeah, I mean, Ligue 1 it's going to end up being PSG anyway. Yeah. PSG champions again. Lille Champions League, Marseille, Lens. So I wonder. Give me 1 minute. I'm gonna look and pull up the coefficient thing because I am honestly thinking because of how few teams in the Champions League for them, if they got overtaken by Portugal possibly in the coefficient rankings. It is club coefficients. France went all the way down to seventh. France went all the way down to seventh. They were actually overtaken by Portugal and the Netherlands. Do I have the Netherlands league even loaded? I do not. I'll get some more leagues loaded in, but that's why France dropped down so much. It looks like next season, Netherlands is going to drop down again, and France might overtake them, but Portugal will jump back up now. So that's pretty cool to see some different things moving around. But yeah, on to the next thing. All right, I know I said I really was probably going to wait to make some signings, but one of the center backs that I was really looking at, Haruna Aliu, had bids from other clubs come in, so I wanted to go ahead and make a bid in. He's a good player, loves good big matches, consistent, 6'1", good jumping reach, good tackling, marking, heading, positioning, some good stuff in there. 22, so I wanted to go ahead and just bring him in. I couldn't wait around really for him to so I had to make the bid for him. You can see here 2.1k. Again, release clauses in there that I can't really get rid of, so I had to go ahead and just bite the bullet for it. Damfa playing some more minutes for Gambia. So another signing. I am actually waiting on one more signing. Someone else popped up. The club found scouts that I think was on the trial with us at one point. Modibo Sissoko, right back. We desperately need a good right back. He's got some good pace about him. Is he the best? No, he's 5'5", but I think he would really help us out a lot. Again, loves big matches. So, 22 years old, young, Mali national player. So, we'll see with what comes soon. And there is that Modibo Sissoko in as well, which I'm absolutely thrilled about. Yeah, we really needed a right back to come in. I letting Verhaen go, so really needed a right back in. It makes the squad look much better. Um, so I'm over the moon with things. Sissoko's in there. We're gonna have Lulu right there. Groneveld will come out, and Aliu will come in, left-footed center back in there. So really, it's just trying to find another striker. I know we got Falu. Mbai's kind of trying to make it work his way back with things here. Um, so there's that. But again, we still need somebody. I can still look to Brugge, see what they got on loan. So I'm going to keep tabs on them as well. See who they're sending out on loan. See if we can bring in somebody that can really help us, just like Dolt Mortiev. All right, guys, you can see here Liverpool ended up winning Champions League 2-1 in extra time. Mo Salah missed a pen as well, actually, but he scored 17th, scored in extra time. Alvarez scored for Man City. So Liverpool win the Champions League. Europa League, Benfica picking up the win against Napoli here in the final. And then the Conference League, I believe that is Athletic Bilbao. It is indeed beating Everton 2-0. So that is your European stages complete there. United and Porto both got the extra spots. So good on them. We're not there yet, so we just got to keep pushing on, keep plugging away. Ticked over, officially start of the window. So Lulu is in now. Um, or July 1st, not January 1st, July 1st. So I'm gonna go ahead and start looking. Like I already see a couple goalkeepers here, a midfielder. Um, Try and get at least some guys, some looks. David Louise, interesting. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna get looking at some of these guys. Um, Maybe get some of these guys on trial and just kind of see if they're any use for us at all. So hopefully these guys come in. Um, Looking if I could try and get another midfielder in. The payroll budget is starting to drop now, quite a bit. Um, so we'll have to see how things go. And I'm just gonna go ahead look through here, see kind of where I can pick up some guys that might be any bit of use to us. That's big right there. That is big. Dolt Mortiev willing to extend his stay on loan from Club Brugge, and we'll obviously take that. That's going to save us some money on signing a new striker. I got a bunch of guys on trial here, and I was looking at some of these young guys. There's some good young players. By the looks of things, coming from released from these clubs. I think I showed it before of just going to like the top flight and just looking at the released players and just kind of seeing what they are. And I mean, some of these guys I obviously got them, uh, some knowledge of them. There was another player, John Ama, is a good player. 19 to 20 jumping reach at 6'6". So I'm keeping an eye on him. Compete with Domfa there. Um, but right here, like this guy, Giano van der Donk from Hent. They released so many players, so I'm going to keep an eye on him. Center back, center mid, options. 18. Victor Vitarson, again, center back, can play CDM. He is 5'9" though, which is a little worrying, but he's starting to pick up right back and center mid. So I'm gonna keep an eye on some of these guys. Again, another striker I might be able to get in for cheap from Hent. So I'm keeping an eye on a lot of these guys as they come in. I got a bunch of guys on trial, so we'll see how things kind of develop over the next week or so. But Dolt Mortiev's back in, so absolutely over the moon with that. I have gone ahead. I've given Khalife a release. He's just not good enough. There's so many offers all around the place for people. It's kind of nuts. But um, I've got the Kamara offer in there and the Meyer contractive offer in there. So we're hoping that'll happen. Dubois, I've got an offer out as well, but he's got offers from Eupen and St. Truden, so I don't know about that. Um, but yeah, a lot's gonna happen here, so we'll see. I'm about to finish up honestly this recording session and get to it. This video is gonna be really a lot of this summer. It's just gonna be kind of cut up, pieced together as things are happening. Um, you know, it's just really it is kind of messy. It is, um, but that's the summer for it for you. It's just how it's gonna be. So Martin Brandt on loan. They're gonna take up some of his wages. So honestly, I'm okay with that. Get a full squad in there as well. Back for preseason. So, yeah, we are heading into first couple friendlies into the new season. So we'll see how things turn out. But I'm pretty happy seeing Chihuahua friendly canceled. That's kind of disappointing. I'm happy with the starting 11 for the most part. I mean, the left back and left wing could use improving again. If Dubois comes in, he could fill that spot. Um, I can't even think of his name. Demeyer can play left back as well, so that's an option for Desmo. Happy on that front. It's just the depth in the squad to shoot their Groneveld. I mean, Roger Ninegood's gonna be a pretty fun one to play with. Some Falu's not great. Lowers is not good enough for this level, so that's why I'm bringing some of these guys. But you see, I mean, so many guys on loan. They're all under 18, which is huge for me. Um, we'll see how things continue to turn out. But I mean, if I really need to get some money for the club, I can sell in some of these because, quite frankly, I don't know how much these guys are actually going to be able to be sold for anything. Um, so that's something that I'm going to keep an eye on because we're back into the red. So I might keep an eye on some of these contracts or some of these clauses for the transfers, like Aliu. I mean, he hasn't done anything. 5 non-competitive appearances. He's not really developing, and it's a big, 107,000. So I'm just gonna take that honestly right now. I'm just gonna take the 107 and the 52 for Dishmet and Aliu. I mean, there's still clauses there in their contracts, but we'll take the money for it, uh, what they've got, and I'll kind of just keep an eye on the rest of those clauses. Aluga, Newton, Marchand, and Boyo. These guys, they're not really playing at all. Even well, and Boyo's played a good amount of non-competitive stuff, so U23s. Um, Bavo Marchand played a decent amount as well. So hey, maybe they'll go ahead and get a move somewhere, but so I'm keeping tabs on them. If not, then I'm just going to take the money for their clauses before they go and use some of that money to boost the funds. But we'll get into these friendlies and just kind of keep going, piecing together a video and coming back when stuff happens, really. Yeah, here we go. I kind of figured some of these guys would happen. St. Truden do get that Remy Dubois transfer over the line. Really, one of the guys I wanted. Um, don't know where that kind of came from, which is unfortunate. Akalifa Koulibaly, I'm fine with him going. Um, Cercle Brugge also made an offer for Khalifa Kamara, another guy that I really didn't want to end up losing, but it looks like we might end up losing him as well. So left wing is probably the next move, maybe even another striker, left wing striker option. We'll have to see who. I'm just kind of waiting currently at the moment, just waiting a little bit to see where some guys fall. Because if he stays, then I don't need another left winger. But I'm going to go ahead and look and see what I can find for the left wing. Maybe if I got some guys here on trial. So I'm gonna take a look around and see what I get. All right, there is another outgoing Jacques Vermeeren, another guy that really barely played for us at all last year. Um, he's just not good enough. I mean, he's clearly just not good enough for us. But I mean, look at that, $500 a week for the two Oudenard. I don't know. It's just a big wage, and I mean, we were not paying him that much, but he needed to get off our books, free up some space there for us. Was not really going to ever be used anymore, so perfectly fine with letting him go. Not a big deal. Wow. Kalefa Kamara went to knock. That's actually kind of insane. 1.1K per week. I think we were offering him 1K. But to knock, they're division below us, 2 divisions below Cercle Brugge, and he's gone there. That is very shocking to me. I'm gonna keep him on the list, honestly, um, because yeah, that is really shocking to me, honestly. I mean, I expect him to go to Cercle Brugge, but hey, to each their own, man. That's where he wanted to go, so it is what it is. I'm keeping him on the list though because he's young and half decent, so Gotta keep him on the list to see if uh, if I can get him in another day. Here we go. Uh, nice little bit of transfer business all happening at once. Gilles de Meyer, nice young right back, can play left back as well. His left foot is a little weak, but he can play there. He can do a job there. Good young Belgian defender, 5'10", 18 years old. Nice guy to bring in. 1K salary per week, release clauses, but again 1.2 million. I'd be okay with in this current market. And then Martin Brandt out to Union Namor. Um, he's been really upset. Well, I shouldn't say really upset, but he's been upset with us since I refused to offer him a new contract because he clearly just was not good enough to warrant a huge contract beginning of last season, let alone now. So he wasn't good enough for us to even play it all this year. So he goes out on loan to Union Lamore, gets a little bit of money off our paychecks, not too much, but decent little bit. But another right back in there, 18-year-old fullback, which is nice. Got that left back coverage. Um, so I'll take it. Yeah, and there's another one of our guys that we were looking at, Eden Mbala, 17-year-old center back. He was on trial with us. He was at Liège before. And he's good, backs potential, but off to Club Brugge. He wasn't a starter. Wasn't going to be a starter for us. So I'm not, devastated. I have gone ahead. Jallo wanted a new contract, so I offered him one, and then we also just bringing in Francis Ndongala. He's gonna end up being a backup striker for us, playing with the U15 some, but good finishing, good dribbling, nice and got some good pace about him. Still developing there. Good work rate, teamwork. Got some good stats. Still needs to develop some, but again, he's only 17. Um, and we're not offering him $575 a week. Isn't crazy. Um, I believe it's till 2028, and we have a optional extension. Nice big release clause in there, so I'm perfectly okay with that. Getting the 17-year-old in there, so can't complain too much on him. Um, so he'll go in there, sit in nicely. So I'm more than chuffed with that. Honestly, I'm gonna bring him into the first team and then just let him play some for the under 21s. Got some other guys though making some contracts. We just will check in there actually on this front. Neo Grandjean, backup goalkeeper. Again, he's 18. If I can get him in, um, he'll get some minutes in case Donfa gets hurt. He's much better than the shooter. And then Dauda Kamara, Ghanaian international, 18 caps, 27 years old. Um, he will be paid a decent amount, but it's got some good stats in there. That natural fitness is nice. So got him hopefully coming in as well. And then really the squad's shaping up real nice. So I'm very, very happy with how the squad's starting to look. Um, so yeah, we'll keep working, see how things can kind of sure up here and really thicken up the squad, finish it out. See how we've gotten on. Tied Club Brugge, beat Roldenhausen, lost the key uh, to KV, sorry, Corvik. We got Zolta, St. Truden, Den Bosch, Bersham, Tesport, all still to go. And then kick off the season with Lokeren Temps in the league, if it will pull up. Season preview. It says 10th, does not rank the four second division teams. So there is that. But also, we're not projected to get relegated. So that's pretty big. Um, so I'm pretty happy about that. Ready to get into the season. We can see, how different the salary is. It is very, very different. Sponsorship income as well. We are down here in 12th. We are ahead of a few teams. So you know not awful, but look at Zolta and Ostend. I mean, 4 million a year is nuts. But yeah, we will continue on, keep getting through this transfer window, and I'm sure some guys are going to end up going. Some of these young guys that aren't really doing too much for us, but Yeah, we'll see where we end up in a few weeks then. Yep. All right, there we go. The Duo Kamara transfer confirmed. Jalu with a new contract in there. He requested contract, so he's got a new one. And Jules Van Spalen with a new contract as well. So some big moves all at once right there. So very happy on that front. Um, I mean, I don't think it's just that really Grandjean waiting on him. But yeah, we'll have a look now what the squad's actually looking like at this point. So Damfa in. If Grandjean does in fact come, I mean, no one else has offered him, but a couple clubs are interested. So not gonna say it's nailed on, done and dusted yet, but yeah, Damfa in goal. Sissoko will be on the right. Uh, Aliyu will be left center back. He is left footed next to Nigwe. And then you got Demeyer and Desmul. Demeyer will start there. Probably some. Um, so we'll see. We'll see how he gets on over there. Neil Lulu on the left with George and Jallo in the midfield. Kamara on the left, and then Dolmortiev and Mutin Banyoka up front. These two will probably interchange it from here and now, but that's the starting 11. Groneveld's on the bench. Uh, Desmul is on the bench. Raja Nainggolan will get some good minutes in there. Lowers as well. Igbokwe, and Dongala. Mbai is still working his way back, so that will free up Ndongala to get some more minutes on the U21s. But yeah, I mean that right there, that's 8 subs. But again, we still got Verhagen, Van Spalen, Boots, Sanchez, Jimenez, and Mbai. Um, I mean, if you look in here, you've got two guys that can play midfield, a left mid, a couple of strikers. I mean, he can play striker as well. So if anything, I would be looking for another midfielder, and that's what I'm going to kind of keep eyes on is another midfielder. But we've got a backup center back, a backup, uh, a fourth string back center back as well. Got this left back really. You got a left back and a right back in there as well. We're trying to save money where we can, and that's really where we can is a guy that can play both sides. Um, I am still going to keep eyes on some of these guys if I can get some of these younger guys for a little bit cheaper. But again, we got Van Spalen who can play left back as well for Decimal, for Hagen there. So really, it's a midfielder. Boots is one guy. He's just not good enough. So I think that's going to be really the last thing I look for is one more midfielder to add depth. Specifically, look for a depth guy, maybe someone 15, 16, 17 years old, that really young, but can make an impact if he's playing, if he's got to go in there. But at the same time, he's not going to request star player and really throw the balance off in the midfield. So I'm going to look at that and just keep eyes. I'm not going to force anything, but if something comes up and gives us a chance, opportunities there in the market, we'll take it. The payroll's rough. The payroll is really kind of done now. We spent all that money. So even if I can get a midfielder, but that's going to be the tough part and the fun part. So we'll see if I can find anything. If not, then that's the squad. Yeah, it's another guy, Julius Callaway. Made a couple appearances for us. Oh, a appearance, I should say, last year. He did pick up an assist. He did really well in the reserve leagues, but questioned his potential, and he was not really on much of a contract. So he goes on his way to Zolta, which it is disappointing to lose him on a free, but not much I could do. The budget being so thin at the moment, I wasn't going to sit there and try to nail down that guy who doesn't have, confirmed massive potential. Um, but I'm really going to keep looking and seeing because, I mean, like Brugge's squad is so thin, which is really strange in my opinion. I don't understand what's happening with them. Um, but like I just keep looking to see if they've got any kind of loan guys. I keep requesting affiliates, but the club like they can't find anybody, which is I find insane. But like they have nobody on loan at all. So I'm gonna keep looking and seeing what I can find. I got a I'm got tabs on a few guys, so we'll see if I can find anybody and see what I can find. See what I can make, what magic I can perform. And there we go. 18-year-old goalie Neo Grandjean coming in, breakthrough prospect. We'll get some minutes with U21s, sit on our bench. So perfectly okay with that. It's exactly what I needed, really, and exactly what I was looking for. So very happy on that front. Get him in. I think I'm not gonna show, so I'm not gonna risk saying I got him in or whatever. But I think I found a nice young midfielder to kind of get a bit of work. U21s would also provide the depth with us if he needs to come in or sit on the bench. It's an option. So we'll see. Hopefully he comes through very soon and I can show you who it is. Somebody that I know I've said his name before. So we'll see. And there we go. There is, it's going to be our last signing. Jean Baptiste Tis, 18-year-old midfielder from Test Sport. We played him several times last year. Um, is he the best? No. Can play both, use both feet. He's decent. Um, he'll get some minutes here and there. He's going to be fourth, fifth string option midfielder, but he's 18. He's got potential. You can't see it here, so maybe if I actually bring him in, he's got some potential. So yeah, you can see here, potentially top division player, nice young prospect. We'll get a salary boost in the future. As of now, it's on 700 a week, but he's a fringe player. It is, it's another option. It's just somebody to come in and give me an option in the midfield, so I'm not sitting here having to play a center back in there if I need, or some 15-year-old kid that is really bad. So, that's going to pretty much be that. Um, I think there was definitely better players for me to get in the midfield that I could have used, but at the same time, um, no, you can see there we've got no money, so I'm actually going to move a tiny bit of this in and see if that will take. It's not, but I'm going to move just a little bit of that scouting budget in there, so hopefully you can, yeah, there we go, or not, or it'll just not really make a dent. But it is what it is. There's not much to it, so can't complain honestly too much. But that's gonna wrap up our business really for the window. I'm pretty happy with how things have gone. Um, Once we kind of get through this, get to this first game, we'll do a little bit of a recap. I don't know when the window actually ends at this point. I would have thought it'd be coming up soon, but we'll see. Um, but yeah, I'm very happy with the squad that I've built. I think we very much can uh, compete and stay up, and the salary difference between those top teams, Zolta and Ostend, compare them to us, it's a huge gap there, huge difference. So I don't know how much we'll be really able to compete for that top spot. Um, it'll really be tough. But at the same time, the goal is to stay up this year, really try to force our way up as high as possible. And if we can get promoted, great. If not, staying up and being that mid-table solid team is really what the goal is. That's our goal at the end of the day, at the end of the season, is to stay up with this team and continue to build on it. I mean, see, it's been a very mixed bag so far, but I mean, I expect it. It's just playing guys and figuring out where guys are going to fit. And also, yeah, I mean, I'm not going to complain too much. It's preseason, it's friendlies, it is what it is. But yeah, we'll see. If he, I don't really want him to go on loan, so I'm gonna try to fend that off. But we're just gonna put some guys in, kind of get that squad sorted out, and get close to that first game. And before that first game starts, do a little bit of recap of the summer window. Um, yeah, including, I don't really know if I'll be able to look at contracts. I can give a decent idea, but I'll be able to go over ins and outs and kick off the season really. I mean, I know there's some guys here already. This guy, he's all of a sudden now he's showing up. I mean, it's not like he would ever come to us, but a Cuban right wing. This is why I love this save. This is why I love doing this with these custom things. He's Cuban. He's a right winger. He looks decent. Bags of potential. 18 years old. He's got two caps and two goals already for the Cuban national team, and he's got transfer offers for Arsenal and Inter. Contract offers for Arsenal and Inter already. That's the kind of stuff I absolutely love. Um, Victor Vidarson, I just had him on trial. You know, here, and grant he is Spanish left winger. Um, from this side, I don't know where they're at, but he looks like he's got some potential. Who's he got bids on? Casareño. So, again, stuff like that is so cool and fun to see. I love every second of it. I know he's a real guy, but I'm gonna start seeing, you're gonna start really seeing some of that stuff. Those players from just absolutely random countries and random clubs are generating. I love to see it. I love just them popping up on like scout lists just like that. So that's why going down the line it's gonna be so fun to see, seeing some just random players from all over the world just coming up and appearing. It's gonna be so fun to see. Lowers will be our new captain, and Dismal is going to end up being our new vice captain. I'm fine with that. Tilburg's leaving, so yeah, we're going to get these last few days in, or I'm just going to do it now. Honestly, those next few days are going to be the uh, just off camera, and then we'll just really kick into first game next season that will be played live. It's gonna be it's gonna be a massive game. Walker and Thames, we haven't played, didn't play them last year, play them again this year. But they're going to be fighting. We're going to be fighting with them for promotion. But transfer history this season, we'll actually go back to the end of last season because it starts here and goes on. So Panache Mutin Banyoka brought him in for the end of the season last year. 2.1K per week, so he's on big wages, but I think he'll score some goals up there. Zimbabwe international, the absolute legend, who is still decreasing, but Raja Nainggolan, he's not even on that huge of wages, but he's in there, experience, leadership, and just his mental and technical ability is class. His physicals are down, but I've got him for a year and possibly a second, but we'll see. Harana Aliyu, center back, starting center back really now. Left footed. He'll play on that left side next to Nigwe. He is ambitious. He's quite nice. 6'1". Got some decent stats about him. Again, 2-year contract for him on over 2K. Right back, Modibo Sissoko, 22-year-old. Mali. Um, Pace for days. Good crossing. I think he's going to be really nice for us, honestly, this year. Getting some good minutes in there. Yeah, some of his stats are going down, but it's the start of the season, it's preseason, so I'm not really concerned at all. But loves big matches, leading player, fast as all hell. His strength's a little low. He's undersized, well, a little low. It's one. Can't head the ball worth anything, but he's fast. He'll just run up and down that line for days. Very happy about that. Um, no one else went out last year until the tick over, so more guys in. Neil Lulu brought him in first of the new season, 1.4K per week from Front Bahrain. Again, nice, got some pace about him. Is he the most developed? No, but he's 18. He's got some good value, great potential. So I think he'll develop into a quite nice player. You look at that European U19s. Didn't play great, did not have a great rating, but so far in the preseason had a good rating. So I think he'll be a solid player for us on that right mid spot. Gilles de Meyer, right back, left back, 5'11". So we're starting. Modibo Sissoko's getting dunked on for a bit. Bring him in. He's got that right back option. Can play left back as well. Doing really well. So very happy with that. 18, good value, good potential. So Belgium, perfectly happy. Francis and Dongola brought him in from Leuven's U23s, and Leuven, they didn't play him at all. Good finishing, good dribbling, great work rate and teamwork. His off the ball is decent. It's great determination and decisions. Great, good, um, good natural fitness. He's 5'8", again, 17, Belgium, and DRC, dual international. Very happy with this young player. So nice, cheap signing. Will play for us some and play for the U23 some or U21s. Our new left mid, Dauja Kamara, Ghanaian international. Decent pace about him, some decent stats in there. He's consistent. This is a decent Erste Klasse A player, so I'm happy with this. He'll get us some quality minutes on that left side. His big matches isn't great, which is concerning, but he is much better than Igbokwe on that left hand side. Then a couple backups here. Backup goalkeeper, 18 years old, Neil Grandjean. He's 6'4", 13 reflexes, 11 101s, some good rump jumping aerial reach. So he's got some good stats. He's 18. He can use both feet. So I think, I mean, if Sporting Hassel want him on loan, I might send him so he gets consistent minutes in the third division. It's definitely tempting, but I don't know. Not 100% sold on it. But again, nice player for the option and for backup. Another backup, Jean Baptiste Tisse from Test Sport, played there a bunch the last couple seasons. He's done decently well. I think he scored against us last year. Um, he's kind of just in that, he's just below top third division, and like a decent second division player. But at the same time, he's 5'7", can use both feet, can play in the midfield. More of a 10. Um, but I'm getting him some work in that midfield spot, so he's going to get some training there. Hopefully, develop some more. He's going to play for the under 21s mostly, be on our bench some, and get some minutes here and there. Um, no one really for any money, no money in, no money out really, but contracts. Jacques Vermeeren out and Julius Keller out, brought out on loan. So it is what it is. Nothing crazy, nothing fancy, but yeah, um, that's gonna wrap it up for this season, or for this episode, I should say. Start of the new season's happened. We're in it now. We're about to get into the thick of the things with the season. You can see we got a full month of games before we even kick off with the cup. Whereas the last couple seasons we've been kicking off our season with the cup. So we start a little bit later. We're in the sixth round to start, not the fourth round. So we got some games there. Looking to start off hot against Lochern Temps. Sayring's another side that's kind of projected to be right around us, fighting for relegation. So we're not favorites in that game. We're favorites for this game. We are favorites for the Lochern Temps game. So we'll see. We'll keep eyes on things. Hopefully, we can start off next season hot. We're going to be doing some live comms in there and some just recaps and here and there. So we'll get on with things. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching today's episode. I know it was a bit chaotic, a bit messy, and just clipped together. But it's the summer window, not a lot of money. Being very cautious and smart about things. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see everybody in the next episode.